18 to 30, okay, fine, that's the age group, but the average age around over here is about 24. So firstly, I would like to thank Rotrack District 3142 for inviting me over. So first, I'll tell you a letter which a senior of mine from the army, he had written home in the year 1999. So what happened in 1999? Kargil War. He wrote this letter. This is known as the last letter from Veer Captain Vijayan Thapad Veer Chakra. He was going on the final assault on the enemy. What did he write? He wrote, "My loving Papa, Mummy, Granny and Bertie. By the time this letter reaches you all, I would be observing you all from the skies, enjoying the hospitality of Apsaras. I have no regrets. In fact, if I were to be born again as a human, I would choose to join the army and serve my nation. Whichever organ needs to be taken should be taken and donated. Please donate some money to the orphanage and continue giving rupees 50 to Rukhsana every month. And please go and meet Yogi Baba. I hope the sacrifice of these brave men is remembered and inspires generations to come. I hope a picture of mine is kept in the Alpha Company Mandir next to Karni Mata. And please go and meet the name is withheld. I loved her. Papa, you must be proud. Mama, so must you. Mama ji, please forgive me for anything wrong that I may have done. Anyhow, it's about time I go and join my clan of 30 dozen. My assault party has 12 chaps. Live life king size, yours, Robin Jai Hind. And he goes on the final assault. And he goes on the final assault on the enemy. Dhaba bolte hain, he was killed in action. He was only 22 years old. And he was killed in action, and his letter reaches his parents. Colonel Vijayan Thapad. You know, in one tombstone in the Kohima War Cemetery, when I was posted in Nagaland, it was written over there, "How can a man die better than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers in the temple of his gods?" In the year 1999 again, a very brave senior of mine by the name of Captain Kang Ruse. We've all heard of Captain Vikram Batra, right? Sher Shah. Film bhi dekhi hogi aapne. But at the same time, there were a lot of brave hearts, very many unsung heroes whose names you all may not be knowing. We know because we are from that organization, they were our seniors. So I'll tell you about Captain Kang Ruse. On 28th June 1999, Captain Kang Ruse was deployed at the line of control in Kargil, in altitude which was above 16,000 feet above mean sea level. The temperature was below minus 10 degrees centigrade. It was biting cold. उसको अगर हिंदी में बोलेंगे तो बोलेंगे खून जमा देने वाली ठंड. And the peaks were vertical, 90 degrees, barren rocks, चट्टान, वहां पे बर्फ पड़ रही थी. And the snowflakes which are falling, which would bite you, would bite inside your skin. Captain Kang Ruse had just returned back from a tiring long-range patrol with his platoon of 10 brave men. But when he got the orders that there was a post of the enemy on top of a hill which was overlooking the national highway. The national highway was very important to us. It is still, because all the food supplies, the ration, the ammunition, the reinforcement of troops would always go from the highway, the lifeline. And if the enemy is sitting on top of a hill and firing on that national highway, you can imagine our lifeline would be cut off. So Captain Kanghuze was ordered to not capture, recapture this post. It was our post actually. There was a pact between the Pakistani soldiers and our soldiers that in winter, जाड़ों में जब ठंड बहुत हो जाएगी तो आप अपनी पोस्ट वेकेंट करके नीचे आ जाना, हम नीचे आ जाएंगे. No one's going to illegally occupy that post, but Pakistan did breach of trust with us. They occupied that post in winters. So we had to recapture that post. So Captain Kanghuze got his men ready. A platoon of 10 brave men. At night, empty stomach, they're not eaten, but they didn't want to waste time in eating. They would rather go up and attack the enemy. They started climbing. Now what happened that night? Sound travels faster. If you pin in a nail, it'll multiply by 10, right? So Captain Kanghuze, as he was climbing on top, 90 degree centigrade, 90 degree climb and minus 10 degree centigrade, 16,000 feet above mean sea level. When they were climbing on top with the help of mountain equipment, his boots were slipping. So he removed his boots and he threw them down. He started climbing barefooted. And the enemy got wind of the fact that there was sound coming from that direction. The enemy used their night vision binoculars and they saw some movement was happening there. So the enemy got alert. The enemy immediately cocked their weapons. They got their weapons ready. Now in the army, the weapon, there is something known as an effective range of a weapon and a killing range of a weapon. Now, effective range of a weapon is, to make you understand, supposing my rifle fires 750 meters distance, does it mean I see the enemy about 900 meters, 800 meters open fire? Yes or no? No. Why? Because the bullet will not reach there. So I will wait for the enemy rather to come in killing range, which would be about say 50 meters, 100 meters, right? So the enemy waited for our brave hearts to come closer. And when they were just about less than 100 meters away, the enemy opened fire indiscriminately upon them in all directions from where they were climbing. There were bullets being spread and flown and fired all over the place. There was no scope of survival, ladies and gentlemen. और हमको सिखाया जाता है टैक्टिक्स के अंदर जब आपके ऊपर फायर आती है सबसे पहले तो अपने आप को बचाओ. You will be able to save yourself, only then you can save your troops, only then you can attack the enemy. जिंदा रहोगे तो बचोगे ना. Dash down, crawl, observe, sight, fire. That is what's taught to us in tactics. But here, where do you take cover from? You are on a disadvantageous position, the enemy is on an advantageous position, they are firing on top. But Captain Kanghuze continued motivating his men and kept climbing until a splinter, you know what a splinter is? Grenade ke chhare hote hain na? A splinter came and hit him on his abdomen, and not just that, 3 bullets from the enemy's machine gun came and hit Captain Kanghuze right on his stomach. He took out his military belt, fastened it tighter, so that the bullet which was oozing out, the blood which was oozing out, it would have some effect. It would be. He turned around, told his men, मेरे को गोली लग गई है, मगर मेरी चिंता मत करो, आगे बढ़ते रहो. And the men kept climbing up. Captain Kanghuze was the first soldier in the entire platoon who climbed on top of the hill until he came face to face with the enemy soldier. Here was Captain Kanghuze, and 1 meter difference and 1 meter distance was the enemy soldier. On the enemy soldier on the left, on the enemy soldier on the right, and he had climbed up with a rocket launcher on his neck, RL, which is very heavy, that you need 2 people to operate that. 1 person carries, other person loads and fires, it's that heavy. But Captain Kanghuze had done it single-handedly. And with the RL around his neck, it had become cumbersome. So when he saw the enemy face to face, by using quick reflexes and presence of his mind, he took out his commando knife and he slit the throats of the 3 enemy soldiers then and there. Thereafter, he crawled towards the enemy bunker, took aim, and there was a bang-on bullseye on the enemy bunker. Thaw! Thaw! He neutralized both the bunkers there. The enemy started panicking. They started firing upon Captain Kangruse and started running. If they would run like this and fire, they would lose agility. So they would run and they would fire from behind. भागते भागते ऐसे भाग रहे हैं वो. But just then, a burst spray of enemy fire came and hit Captain Kangruse right on his chest, who fell from the cliff. Our brave hearts, who had climbed up on this peak with great difficulty, went down to look for their brave platoon commander, who they could not find anywhere. Thereafter, they found Captain Kangruse lying in a pool of blood. His spinal cord had broken. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, 3 bullets in his abdomen, a burst fire in his chest. His hands had got twisted. His legs were twisted because he fell from that altitude. But yet, he had not died. Why did he die? He was holding a small firearm with the index finger in the trigger guard. He didn't die because he had become a martyr. And martyrs never die, they become legends and live in our hearts and minds forever. The men were carrying the national flag with them in the rucksack, which they call as Pittu Jhola in the army. उन्होंने राष्ट्रीय ध्वज निकाला. अपने brave platoon commander जो केवल 24 साल के थे. He was only 24 years old. He hailed from Nagaland. They wrapped his body in the national flag and they climbed on top of this hill. They planted the national flag there. They put the body of the brave platoon commander, they saluted it, and the men, our brave, robust, brave-heart soldiers, they cried. They howled, they wept like little babies. वो बिलबिलाते हुए रोए, बच्चों की तरह. Not because they had won a battle, or a war, or a cliff. No, because they had lost their brave platoon commander, who they very lovingly and affectionately called him Nemo Sahab, with love and affection. And the men cried. And while crying, they all said in unison. कई बार ऐसा होता है ना, आप कुछ बोलो और दूसरा भी वही बात बोल दे अपने मुंह से. And they said, ये जीत आपकी है नीमो साहब. ये हिल आपका है. आज से ये हिल Nemo Hill कहलाएगा. If ever any of you go to Kargil to see where the Indian Army fought bravely for your tomorrow, you will find a very prominent feature over there in Kargil known as Nemo Hill. That is the story of Nemo Hill. But the story doesn't end over here. When Captain Kangruse's body was being brought back from Kargil to Nagaland to Dimapur, where the airport is, Nagaland has got a very different tribal culture, there are different tribes. There are Ao, Wangami, Chang, Chakisang, Semma, Lotha, Konyak, Ringma. They're different tribes. And these tribes at that time, now things are much better, didn't have much unity amongst them. But 3 decades, 30 years of insurgency in Nagaland was forgotten one single day when Captain Kangruse's body was being brought from Dimapur airport to Kohima, which is about 60-62 kilometers from there. And the entire Nagaland formed a human chain right from Dimapur airport till his house in Kohima. And they all said in unison, Captain Kangruse, Amar Rahe, Amar Rahe. Captain Kangruse, Amar Rahe, Amar Rahe. And where he was buried, on a tombstone close by, written over there, when you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow, we gave our today. And that's the story of Captain Kangruse, where Captain Kangruze was awarded with the Mahavir Chakra for his gallant action. I know his family personally, I know his parents, I know his sister, I know his brother. 24-year-old young braveheart who gave up his life for the nation. Talking about Nagaland, let me conclude by telling you a small story, a personal story now. In the month of March, the year 2008, 5 soldiers were captured by the underground militants in Nagaland. Out of which 4 were officers and 1 was a non-commissioned officer. And they were to be put to death, they were put to sleep, they were to be killed instantly, but they survived. They managed to live to tell the tale. How I know the story so well is because I was one of those 5 soldiers. I'll tell you what had happened. From Kohima, which is the capital of Nagaland, and the commercial capital of Nagaland is Dimapur, so the airport is in Dimapur. You understand the capital and commercial capital, like Bombay is the commercial capital of India, the capital is New Delhi, right? So we were to catch a flight from Kohima. So हम निकल गए एक जिप्सी में 5 soldiers, 4 officers और एक non-commissioned officer. From Kohima we are traveling to Dimapur. You cross a place called Medzifema Ghas Pani. Thereafter you cross a place called Chumuk Dima, and thereafter comes Dimapur. So till Kohima and Medzifema Ghas Pani, this is all hilly area, so there is no network there. When you reach Chumuk Dima, network comes in there. तो हमारे मोबाइल में तब SMS आए, तब WhatsApp का ज़माना था नहीं इतना. And the SMS was, your flight has been delayed by 3.5 hours because of change of weather. You know, the weather in the northeast part of India changes very fast. Like the way it changes over here on the walkie-talkie. But इस walkie-talkie के बारे में आपको बताऊंगा कुछ इसके बाद, इसी कहानी में. Now what happens? अब जब flight late हो गई, तो I said, अरे, I know this area very well. We were with the Assam Rifles on deputation that time. I have served here earlier. I know this area. एक काम करते हैं. There were no malls or shopping malls or movie halls. Let's go on top of this hill. एक hill था वहाँ पे. वहाँ पे अगर बारिश हो गई, तो बड़ी अच्छी रेनबो बनेगी. एक waterfall भी है वहाँ पे. एक बड़ा अच्छा selfie spot है, where you can see half of the beauty of Nagaland from there. So we started driving up on that hill. Gypsy को 4x4 करके, we were going up. And as we were going up, a eucalyptus tree, big fat old eucalyptus tree, came and fell missing a gypsy, but right in front of us, Thor! We could see the roots of the eucalyptus tree out. It was probably a sign from God that don't go आगे मत जाओ, go back. But we said, यार, जय माता की बोलो और चढ़ जाओ ऊपर, कोई बात नहीं. Yeah, as we are driving the gypsy up, something solid came and fell on the white hard-top gypsy. Thud! And what we see after 1 second, 1 second is too long actually, a split second. We see a man in combat dress. You know what combat dress is? The military, the army, they wear it. उसको कहते हैं cheetah dress भी कहते हैं उसको. You're wearing a combat dress with a long barrel rifle. He had broken the windscreen of a gypsy, and the long barrel weapon was on the NCO, the non-commissioned officer, Havaldar Thapa from Nepal. उसके गर्दन, उसके neck पे थी. We were like, what's going on? We were too shocked to see this happen. कहाँ हम अलग मूड में सिविल ड्रेस में छुट्टी जा रहे हैं और कहाँ पे ये एक्शन हो रहा है हमारे साथ. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. We are friends, don't shoot, don't shoot. In the next split second, 5 men appear from the bushes, from underground, God knows from where. Just like brother did mentalist, वैसे ये जादू से हुआ कोई. 5 लोग वर्दी में निकले with barrels and they broke the gypsy. यहाँ पे 5-6 लोग और निकले, and now we were surrounded by the insurgents, by the underground, by the militants. The group is NSC and IM. NSCN IM is Isaac Moiwa. So, if I tell you all I was very brave, I didn't feel scared, I'll be lying to you all. We all were scared. Band baji bhi thi andar se. But only thing is, we didn't show our fear. We didn't expose our fear. And we came down from the gypsy, they blindfolded us, they tied our hands and our legs, and we were down on our knees before them. We are taught in our training, never kneel down before an adversary. It's okay to lose your life. You die there, but never kneel down. Ghutne mat tekna dushman ke aage. And here we were kneeling down. Imagine how we would have feeling at that time. As Khalil Gibran, the famous Lebanese poet and philosopher, writes in The Prophet, he writes about fear. 4-5 लाइनें हैं, बड़ी खूबसूरत वो लिखते हैं. वो अभी लेबनान तो न्यूज़ में है ना, सुर्खियों में है. तो वो लिखते हैं, it is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled across the peaks of the mountains, along winding roads, crossing forests and villages. And in front of it, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter seems nothing more but to disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river now has to take the risk of entering the ocean, because it is now that fear will disappear and the river will know it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. So we all were overcoming our fear and hiding our fear. चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट थी, अंदर से जब बैंड बजा था, I could feel my vest on a hill. It was cold, but my vest was drenched with sweat and body hugging me. And I could feel my veins pulsating. But yet I was pretending to be brave. I read somewhere, if you're not brave, pretend to be brave. At least no one can make out the difference. Bravery is what? Bravery is just not showing that you're scared. And their self-styled company commander, Major Tumsa Ao, told us, gentlemen, you all are soldiers, don't worry, we will not harm you all. And there was ceasefire in Nagaland. इतना बोला तो तसल्ली हुई कि ठीक है, जान तो नहीं लेंगे ये हमारी कम से कम. See, my experience in northeast part of India, I've served over there, I've lived there. The people from the northeast part of India are very, very cultured, principled, well-mannered, honest, hardworking. They don't cheat you. They're men of their word. They stand by what they say. So Major Tumsa Ao told us, we will not harm you. But बाद में जैसे कि मोटरोला पे आया था ना साउंड, वैसे उन पे मोटरोला के सेट पे साउंड आता है. The commander was a lady. She orders, shoot them all, kill them, finish them right now. He tries negotiating with her, but she doesn't listen. No, kill them. And we were all tied up. And I understand the local language there, by the way. So I knew what was going on. The others did not know. And then Major Tumsa Ao comes and stands before us. We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. He says, gentlemen, I'm very sorry. I told you I'll not harm you all, but my commander has asked me to shoot you all. So please don't mind, it will only take 2 minutes. Kindly cooperate with me, huh? Cooperate with him? भैया कोई इंजेक्शन थोड़ा लग रहा है डॉक्टर का, गोली मारने वाले हैं. जस्ट देन मेरे बाजू में मिलिट्री डॉक्टर साहब थे, मेरे बड़े अच्छे दोस्त हैं, अभी भी हम टच में हैं. He whispers in my ear, hey Ali, I'll be very honest with you here. No matter what's happening over here, whatever happens after 2 minutes, I'm very grateful to you here for bringing us over here. Whatever is happening, I'm really enjoying it यार, good fun यार. अरे सर गोली आने वाली है, मरने वाले हैं, चुप रहो. अरे यार डॉक्टर हो ना, मैं कभी ऐसा एक्शन देखा नहीं था, आज मरने वाले वो भी देख लिया. चुप रहो, गोली आने वाली है. The bravest of us all. And then a firing squad. We couldn't see them. Come then stands behind us. And by the way they were thumping and stamping their boots, we could make out the drill was very solid. They come and stand behind us. And they cock their weapons. That sound, metal against metal. जिन्होंने NCC करी है, उनको पता होगा what I'm talking about. Khadak, when you cock a weapon. And Major Tumsao says, okay, gentlemen, please say your prayers. Please remember God. Try forgiving me if you can. And get ready to die like a man. Scott! Ready? Scott from there. Ready, sir? Okay. 1, 2. And just then, a miracle happens. Oof, I love the shift of energy. The moment I said, just a miracle happens, मैं आपने गौर नहीं किया होगा, मैंने गौर किया, यहाँ से मुझे दिखा, आप सब आगे हो गए. So क्या miracle हुआ उसके बाद? The mentalist here, he'll tell you क्या miracle हुआ. So a miracle that happens was, before you could say 3, अब क्या करें हम लोग? We are helpless. Shall we cry? Shall we laugh? Shall we get angry? Shall we run away? We are tied. We have no choice but to accept what the fate would hold for us and keep that smile on your face, pretending to smile. I immediately say, "Hey, Major Tumsao! I be go, thake boy bila, boy laga na maliba se, bibi laga se. Apu ki lokote lok pai kena bici bici paise. Apu ni khai se khanna hai. Peace laga na kibana se. Apu ni kute ase. Apu ni ki kuri ase? Apu ni ki kuri ase?" I started speaking to him in his language. And they were like, stunned and shocked. They took a back seat. What's going on? Hold on. And they opened the blindfold and I was like, then I see Major Tumsao, I see the surroundings and I was like, and then I speak not just Nagamese, I speak Ao as well. I'm also very fond of traveling, by the way, and because of the nature of I've traveled every state in India, in fact. I'll tell you about it. So I speak to him in Ao, and Ao has got Chungkli, Chankli, sub-dialects. Among Chungkli there is Mungsun, so I spoke to him in Mungsun. I told him, Major Tumsao, Ao, Khuma Lear, Chunga Lear, Chungatang Lear, Nakun Lear, NSC and I am Milton Camp Nung Lear, Chongar Mecho, Nina Minmer, Major Tumsao, Nina Minmer. I started speaking to him in his language, and then, cutting a very long story short, they were shocked, and I requested him to let me speak to his commander. I spoke to the lady. She had heard of an officer called Captain Ali at that time. I don't know what major, that's me. And because I used to donate my blood every 3 months in Nagaland, and we organized a lot of health checkup camps, education camps, and eye checkup camps for them. And because I always believe, as a soldier, I believe that a gun will never get peace. It will only get pieces. The only way forward is they are our own people. They haven't come from crossing the border. The only way forward is by winning their hearts and minds. They should be made to be felt that they are one of us. They should be made to feel love. And then I told her, I'm the same person who you had heard about. And then they made Vietnam noodles for us. They made tea for us. And I must say the tea was fantastic. And we were let off from there without a scratch. So the point I'm trying to make is, learn languages like, ma'am, Dave said, bonjour, comment allez-vous? See, if I do a course in French, and I have a certificate that I have done a course in French for 6 months, if I have a certificate, what do? The certificate. Well, if I have no certificate, I go to France, I go to Paris, I say, bonjour, comment allez-vous? And I find my way about. I have come from Delhi. I came to Bombay. I said, Kai Zala, Kai Katosto, Changla hai? Sajika Putla hai? Train up hai? So the guy was very happy. And he told me, he said, wahan pe, Omkar, wahan milega, wahan pe. Then that's how I found Omkar. You go to Tamil Nadu, இது தவன் தெரியுமா, நல்லா தெரியுமா, தெரியாது, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் தெரியுமா, சரியா சாப்பிட இல்லையா. So you speak to him in his language. You immediately develop a bond. You immediately develop a connect. भाई हम यूपी के भैया हैं basically, हाँ. मेरे को पंजाबी आती नहीं, but I did a film in which I played the role of a Punjabi, where I had to speak thin Punjabi like, ओए पोरावी अकल नहीं रे, ओए किताबा नहीं जाना कुछ, ओए बड्डे नाल है गल करन दी अकल होनी चाहिए है, ओए गुरुवार में मुड़ के नहीं व्यक्त करते थे. So anyhow, cutting a very long story short again, I would like to show you a small video, 30 seconds video, where I had the honor of leading the Assam Rifles marching contingent with 2 fractured legs. Both my legs were fractured in this. और फ्रैक्चर भी क्यों हुए, इसलिए हुए क्योंकि मेरे में अंदर जोश इतना था ना. अभी तो आई एम इन माय मिड 40s. इमेजिन जब मैं 20s में था कितना जोश होता होगा मेरे अंदर. यू कैन इमेजिन दैट. एंड जब मैं अपना लेग मारता था स्टैंपिंग के लिए, जमीन फट जाया करती थी लिटरली. और उस लेग मारते मारते मेरे लेग्स में फ्रैक्चर हो गए, मगर मैंने परेड करी. लेट्स सी द वीडियो.
A unique feature of the BSF using cannons. We have the Assam Rifles marching contingent led by Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Great salute to the President, Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Sentinels of the Northeast. They have won 3 Ashok Chakras along with numerous other awards.
Thank you. कहानियां तो मेरे पास बहुत है आप लोगों को बताने की, बहुत है, ठीक है, मगर वक्त की कमी है. So I think I'll end over here and I'll tell you a small thing. When I was just before the parade, when I was in JNK, I was 30 meters away, 30 meters at the line of control from the Pakistani post. यहाँ पे हमारा झंडा, यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान का झंडा करीब में, और बीच में फेंसिंग थी. वहाँ पे सांप, बिच्छू, गिरगिट, तो बड़ी आम बात थी. We would put mosquito nets, not to save ourselves from mosquitoes, but to save ourselves from the snakes, which was. और सुबह को जब बूट पहना करते थे हम लोग, इसलिए नहीं कि भाई झाड़ के पहनो कि सांप कहीं बैठा ना हो. सांप तो पक्का बैठा होगा उसके अंदर, उसको भगाना है. So I've lived a very very adventurous life. There's more if you want. मेरा YouTube चैनल है मेजर डॉक्टर मोहम्मद अली शाह. उसको अगर आप सब्सक्राइब कर लें, आपको तरह तरह के अलग अलग वीडियोस मिलेंगे. थैंक यू वेरी मच. जय हिंद.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's have a big round of applause. Please clap for him.
And last week, thank you, so sweet. Thank you, so sweet.